Hey, what's up guys? NullRage here, and I haven't made a video about this yet. Controller support is something that came to Marvel Heroes in the 2016 update, and I actually haven't had much experience with it at all. I just plugged my controller up and started playing with it today, and honestly, I'm gonna do sort of a first impressions thing. I'm not really gonna be explaining too much because I don't quite know everything yet. But the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at the gamepad options. First thing is there's gamepad cursor speed, and it's fully adjustable, 5 levels that you can adjust it to. This is nice. I'm just going to keep it down here at the default, and if you're I have a trouble controlling the controller or the cursor with the controller just regularly. I think speeding it up would be bad for me personally because I'd be off the screen every time. I don't know. Maybe I'll play around with it a bit later and see if one of these settings works better for me. But generally, whenever I want to do a menu or something like this, like what we're doing right now, I just use the mouse and keyboard. I set the controller down and pick up the mouse and keyboard, and because I can scroll wheel and all that stuff. But anyway, now we've got target lock. Now I really like these options here. You've got a rank required for your target lock capabilities, and target lock is one of the buttons. I think it's right trigger, which allows you to lock on to a certain enemy on the screen, and all of your attacks will be directed at that target. It makes aiming AoE skills very easy, and having this rank required for target locking is awesome. In fact, I can set it to bosses. I think I might just do that, because anything that's not a boss, I don't think I really want to be locking onto it. And then you've also got the option to innately, the target locking capabilities, they lock or they unlock. They don't they don't cycle like this will allow you to. If you turn this on, then if you have target lock turned on, then what it's going to do is cycle between any available targets that fit this criteria below. So if there's 2 bosses on the screen, it's going to pop back and forth between them instead of disabling the lock completely, which will speed up target switching in a double boss scenario or something like that. So I'm going to leave this off for now, so I've got a little bit more control over when the target lock is on and when it's off. I might opt to play around with that a little bit later. Now this is what I really like right here. The developer that worked on this, Andrew Hare, we know him as King Bacon on the forums. He has done an excellent job in making sure, and there's a few other people that I'm sure worked on this as well, but he's been the one spearheading this, and he has done an excellent job in making sure that every skill that you could think of is a bindable button here. In fact, you've got a whole bunch of extra keybinds to play around with that aren't even bound by default that you can work with modifier keys, using the left and the right trigger as modifier keys. You've got so many different inputs that you can use on the controller that you've got a lot of options here, and you can take and change all of these binds to be whatever you want them to be. So it's fully customizable, and I really like that. Alright, so that's enough about the system. What is this? You have pending changes? Nah. Just go ahead and close that. Would you like to save them? Actually, yeah. Because we turned that up, right? Alright, good. Let's go ahead and get in here and go do... What quest was I working on? I think I was going to chapter... No, I had just done chapter 3. I'm leveling my Green Goblin at the moment. And I've got his... What I've done is I've actually set up his skill bar specifically for controller play. And I think that's important when you're using the controller to set up your skill bar in a way that sort of lends itself to controller play. Because some characters are going to play better with the controller, some characters are going to play better with the mouse and keyboard. Let's go ahead and go there. Now, what you've got down here on the skill bar is your X. I'm using the Xbox 360 controller, but if you're using something different, then it will correspond with what you've got down there on the bar. My X is my left click, and my Y is my right click. And that's all that happens by default. I think there's a few other bindings. I think I can health pack with B, and A is your universal interact key by default. And then you've got the left and right triggers, which are modifiers. Now you'll see when I hold one down, the 3 skills there right next to my left click light up to show that those skills are, if I hit X, Y, and B, those are the 3 that I'll be using. I can melee, I can use my boost here, and I can throw my glider at the ground. Or if I hit right trigger, if I hold right trigger, then I can use this skill that I've got over here, which is really, really great skill to use with a controller, by the way. This, I had initially just discounted this skill completely when I looked at Green Goblin, but using it with the controller is very, very fun, very fluid. I like it a lot. Why was I healing there? I think I used a health pack and didn't mean to. Or something. I don't know. Alright, so let's get on through here. See if I can avoid these walls. That is one thing that, with a controller, I'm going to be a lot less precise than I am with a mouse and keyboard. But it's still definitely usable. And I've got a little bit of lag going on from my recording here. That's weird. Alright. So, you know, I sacrifice a little bit of precision, but that might be a worthwhile sacrifice if you want to just, you know, hang out on the couch and something and play some Marvel Heroes or something, instead of being sit in front of the computer screen for however many hours a day. Alright, let's go Kingpin. Let's see what we got. I actually haven't used the skill setup yet. Let's just melee him a bunch, huh? Yeah, that's not working. There we go. We'll just shoot him. I haven't hit 30 yet. I don't have my good skills. Oh yeah, let's use the lock-on. There we go. Where's my lock-on? I can't really see it too well. Come on now. There we go. There's my lock-on. He was hiding behind one of the... And now, anytime I use... let's see, what was my... There we go. I'm going to automatically turn towards that target and fire at them. Now, you can see your loot, when it drops, is... if you're right next to it, it automatically chooses the closest loot item to you, and you can just press A to pick that up. But if you're far away and you want to pick something up, you've got this right control stick. Or if you want to, if there's multiple loot items on the ground, let's see if I can... spawn multiple loot items. I'm just going to throw this on the ground. There we go. So now we've got this, we've got 2 loot items here that we can see. If you want to, you're supposed to be able to use this loot stick to move them around. Maybe they changed that. Maybe they did away with that. That was an early thing where they had you could use the right stick to choose which items you wanted to pick up if there were multiple in the same spot. Maybe you can still do that. They just have to be stacked right on top of each other. Otherwise, you just have to run up to them and press A to pick them up. But most of your... anytime you get to a portal like this, it's going to hit this travel... Oh, you have to hold it. Okay, I got you. Can't just press it. So you travel through portals like that. All in all, I have to say I like the controller support. It's come a long way since I tried it initially in the... How do I get out of a... There we go. Alright, that was back to get out of a cutscene. It's come a long way since I first looked at it in the test center, and it feels very nice now. And I think this is going to bring a lot of... I don't know about replayability, but a different style of playing Marvel Heroes than what we've had before. You know, you can now you can just sit back on the couch and relax and play some Marvel Heroes and all that. One thing they don't have yet that I don't even know how they would do, you'd probably just be better putting 2 TVs next to each other, but the ability for a couch co-op kind of experience. Like we used to play in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That was some fun times, man, sitting back with my buddies and playing through some Marvel Ultimate Alliance, each of us controlling one character on the screen and working together to get through that. I like to see I guess the best way to do that in this game is just to throw two TVs together or something like that for a game night. And I think that's really the only way that you're ever going to see anything like that in this game. And I guess that's okay. Alright, so that was controller support. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a look at controller support and maybe a review, I guess. I gave some opinions. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about controller support down in the comments below. Have you used it? Do you like it? Are you enjoying, this new way of playing Marvel Heroes? Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.